Philip, shalom. I want to congratulate you on the completion of your term as the head of the Zionist Federation of Australia. I'm not sure I have to congratulate you. As far as I'm concerned, you could continue. But I do have to say that I had the privilege of cooperating with you, especially in my capacity as Minister of Public Diplomacy and Diaspora Affairs of the State of Israel. And I know of your tremendous contribution to the issues of Aliyah, of strengthening Masa Israel, one of the programs that brings youth to Israel, and getting the State of Israel better known, or close even to Australian Jews through all kinds of advocacy seminars. To put it short, I think you've been all around in everything, in every field that has something to do with the kesher, with the connection between Australian Jewry and the State of Israel. I also know, Philip, that you usually put your money where your mouth is, and though you haven't made Aliyah yet, I know what your plans would be in the near future, especially that you already have a chalutz here in this country, your son David, and I won't disclose military secrets, but I understand that David served in one of these units who are famous for preparing safe landing even under difficult conditions in the field. So you don't have any excuses left, and I sincerely hope that we will soon see you here in this country much more than in Australia. But once again, the way I know you, this idea of the Zionist Federation of Australia and the idea of the special ties between Australian Jewry and the State of Israel will not leave you. You can leave the official post, but this is the easy part. I'm sure that you will continue doing a lot of things in this field, and I sincerely hope that by the same token I was privileged to cooperate with you in your official capacity, we will find ways for cooperation on the issues that are dear to both of us in the future, here in Israel, in Australia, or all over the world. Yishar koach to you.
Dear Philip, to you and to your family, we are saddened by the fact that you're retiring from leading the Australian Zionist Federation after 8 years, but we know you deserve some time for change. I must say you're a friend and you've done incredible work in leading the Australian Zionist Federation. You are an ardent Zionist. The fact that your family is here, that your son serves in the army, that you're fighting for the cause of Israel all over and in Australian public life is commendable. You're a Jewish leader of great importance, and I'm sure it's only a parking spot from which you will emerge into a new position of leadership in the Australian Jewish community and in Israel itself. So on behalf of all your friends in Israel, really, toda rabah. You're a great friend and you're a wonderful person, and good luck to you and to your family. All the best.
To my friend Philip, someone who's been a superb leader of the Zionist Federation of Australia, someone who's made a significant contribution to the relationship between Israel and Australia, especially in the all-important people-to-people dimension, and someone whose support and guidance has been invaluable for me in my role as Ambassador of Australia to Israel. Philip, you've been a great friend, a great colleague and a great mentor, and I wish you all the best for your future.
Philip, shalom from Jerusalem. It is a great pleasure to say a few words as you finish and conclude a very long term as one of the most important and influential Jewish leaders in Australia. I want to thank you for your dedication, for your commitment for the Jewish causes, and I want to commend you for the way you handle Israel-related issues throughout the years under your own leadership. Together, we worked through some tough time in the last few years under a few administration in your country, but I think that we have shown that Israelis and Australian Jews can work together for the benefiting of the Jewish causes in Israel. So I just want to say to you, beyond all your activism, all your commitment, I want to thank you for your friendship. It is not a given, and it's something that I would like to acknowledge in this occasion. I wish you good luck, and believe me, we are going to keep knocking on your door and going to seek help, support, and above all, I hope that we are going to stay friends for good. Thank you.
Philip, first things come first. So Davar Rishon, Mazal Tov for marrying your daughter. I wish you a lot of nachat with your daughter and with your son-in-law and with the entire family. It is a great privilege and honor to congratulate you and to thank you for your wonderful service for the Jewish people, for Zionism, for the State of Israel, having served for 8 years now as the president of the Australian Zionist Federation. I cannot think of a place where the Zionist Federation is playing a more important role than the case is with Australia in strengthening the Jewish people, making sure that young Jews are committed to their people and to their homeland, strengthening Israel, and making sure that the Jewish people thrives with Israel at its heart. And you've been leading this effort with your spirit, with your kindness, with your commitment, with your determination, with your values. You're a wonderful human being, and we've all been privileged to have you at the helm of the great Zionist effort in Australia. And with you, it's not only words. Your love of Israel, your commitment to Israel has become very personal. And there is no better evidence to who you are and to your love and connection and commitment to the Jewish future in the land of Israel than in your son David, who has been a source of pride to you, obviously, but not only to you, to us all. And if you want to know about anybody, anything, one of the things to look at is to look at his children. And you should take a lot of pride from your children and from David here in Israel. So Philip, you're a great friend and you're a great leader, and we thank you so much. We wish you just the best and more, and don't forget where your place is, so we are waiting for you here in Israel.
Hi Philip, this is a great honor for me to sit here in my office here in Ra'anana, that's where I belong, and to speak to you about 8 years that I was your partner. You have been the president of Australian Zionist Federation. I have been in the Jewish Agency, in the Knesset, in municipality of Ra'anana, but it's like this. Every time I see you, I feel like we're brothers. We adopt the same approach for Zionism, for the State of Israel. You not only did it in the Zionist Federation Australia, but also sent your son David, which was one of the best soldiers here in Israel in a very special unit. We're very proud of David and of what the family have done. And I would like to wish you all the best, and I'm sure that you and me will meet together again. We'll do something for the Jewish people, for Zionism, and for the State of Israel. All the best.
Dear Philip, it's quite impossible for us to imagine that you won't be there. Even I, that didn't know you for so many years, got used to the fact that there is a responsible adult there. But once you do decide to go, I'm sure you're going to have a great time. Although people tell you that you can't do without all the Jewish world on your shoulders, I think you can, and I think you're going to have a great time with yourself, with your family, and anything else that you will fall in love with. Thank you for your good eyes, the good look that you give to me and to everything. Thank you for your heart. And thank you for all those, I can't even tell how many hours of work and giving yourself to us. I know everybody else does, and I also appreciate it very much. Good luck. Mazal tov.
Philip Yakar, dear Philip,
I'm really so happy to say a few words, even it's in English, to bless you when you end your tafkid, your duty in the Jewish community. Privately, I want to say that you was the one who opened for me the whole story about the Jewish people in Australia. I knew nothing before, and to see your face, your light, with family around you, with Ilana, with the kids, it was so warm, and I felt so blessed that you gave me the option to come to see close your community. I saw how you lead them. I saw what kind of person. You took the tafkid, the responsibility to take the achrayut, take the people, connect them to Eretz Israel, and especially to Medinat Israel. When I think about Medinat Israel and you, I think about David and his uniform in the army. I think that you and Ilana are very proud about him. I hope that you are blessed with Nomi, a new husband, Bait Chadash Mazal Tov. And I hope that we will see you, Ilana, all family in Israel, more and more in Yerushalayim. As you know, it's your home, in Ramban, in Jerusalem, in Medinat Israel. Everyone felt very close to you and want to see you here, Be'ezrat Hashem, Bekarov. Mazal Tov.
Dear Philip, it's been, I believe, 8 years of joint venture that from both sides of so many oceans we work together, and I believe that we have sent or brought over to Israel thousands of young Jews from Australia who joined 360,000 young Jews who came to Israel over the last 14 years from around the world to Israel, and joined around 70,000 Israelis who really welcomed them and joined them. So it's been quite the first step out of many in the future that have enabled us to know first of all, the good human being that you are, the great Zionist that you are, the huge commitment that you have for any cause that you deal with, and tell you the truth, I'm going to miss you. It's been 8 short years, and we're not going to let you go away. We consider you as part of the family of Taglit, and we are looking forward to seeing you here again and again and again, coming back with thousands of new young Jews who are now at their first, second, 10th and 12th grade when they come to age, and join you on your next visits to Israel. So, Yishar Koach, thank you very much, and Mazel Tov.
Dear Philip, for me it's a very, very great moment because I'm taking this opportunity to say to you for the first time what really I think about you. You are very, very special in one specific point. You are a real Zionist. You are a real Zionist because it's not only that you are speaking about Zionism. It's not only words. It's not only ideas. You are doing Zionism. You are a good example of what does it mean to be a Zionist. When we are looking to your family, what goes on in your family, we see this is not only words, this is a reality. You realize every word that you are speaking about Zionism, you realize it in your personal life. And this is the best example how and what is to be president of the federation. Because the president is not only to speak, not only to say, not only to bring a lot of good ideas about Zionism, about love of Eretz Israel.
It's only to be a source of inspiration about it, to be the best example how we did it. And because of that, I thank you very, very much for all what you did in this cadention as president, and I'm sure that nothing is finished. We are going to continue together for a long time, and thank you and בהצלחה.
Hi Philip, and all those who are hearing this message. I'm very sorry that I will not be able to be at the official recognition that is going to take place in Melbourne, Philip, but I wanted to add my voice to all of those who thank you for this, your huge contribution to Zionist leadership in the last few years in your position as the head of the Zionist Federation. I think that you have been a great model of a Zionist leader who has looked at the big picture, who has looked at the needs of the next generation, who has served as both a sounding board and as an advocate around the tables of the Jewish Agency on the worldwide scene, but who has made sure that in Australia, under your leadership, that the Zionist enterprise, and particularly the Zionist enterprise of connecting the next generation to Israel as a core part of their identity, both in Australia and in Israel for young Australians, has been the dominant theme of your term, and for that I want to thank you very, very deeply on behalf of myself, on behalf of all of those of us at the agency who work so closely with you, whether it's in Shlichut, whether it's in content, whether it's in Israel programs. It has been a real pleasure to work with somebody who is so knowledgeable. And not only somebody who is so knowledgeable, but someone whose son David served in one of Israel's most elite units. I know your other son was the winner of the competition in Zionism, and your daughter is in one of these days marrying a South African. So that's a triple hat trick that very few can compete with. And I want to thank you so much and to wish you Mazel Tov on your coming Simchas, and to look forward to continue to working with you very closely in whatever your new positions will be in the years to come. Toda Rabba.
Hi Philip, dear Philip. If I wouldn't have to be in Latin America where I'm right now, I would love being with you, spending time with you in person. Not being with you, it doesn't mean that my heart is not with you. I would like to thank you for 3 years of impressive activities that you have taken upon yourself and for the Federation. It was always about having mutual relationship of respect and honor, and I always knew that Mila Shelcha zo Mila, a word that I got from you, it was a word. It's nothing that I am taking for granted. It's not easy, knowing that we are crossing oceans and continents, and knowing that still there is so much in common. I was always impressed by your commitment to promoting Zionism and Zionist activities. Your heart is where your mouth is, and this is something that is very, very impressive. In a personal way, I can say that I loved working with you. It was always, even when we had disagreements, it was always with a smile, with an understanding, and with lots of respect. And this is something that I'm taking with me. I want to wish you and to us, all of us, continuation of working together, because we are not dismissing you from your duty on promoting Zionism, and therefore I wish and I want to see you on the ground, taking care of all the nice things that we have done together, and to wish you much luck and happiness with what you are going to do, because I know that always you'll be there, and this makes me feel very happy and satisfied. So much love from Latin America, from Israel, and you will be always welcome here in Israel, and we love to see you again.
Philip, my friend, חבר שלי, it's really strange to sit here and talk to you through a camera when we're used to sitting together around the table, doing business, talking about Zionism and about your very special son. You are a very, very special leader. The kind of people you are one of those people who really make a difference. Your passion, your professionalism, your Zionism, and your Menshism, you're a mensch, have all gathered together to really make a difference in our work together. I think in Masa, your contribution to building the way Masa is perceived and is actually in action in Australia is amazing. There are hundreds of young people who owe it to you and to your work. Their opportunity to spend time in Israel through Masa. You work with the shlichim, you work with your partners, was amazing. So I think at this point, even though it's just midway, you can really say to yourself, I've made a difference. And I enjoyed working with you immensely, and I hope we're going to meet each other in the future. To that.
Hi Philip. It gives me great pleasure, both personally and on behalf of all your friends at KKL-JNF, to thank you for your contribution to the Zionist movement. While being president of the Zionist Federation of Australia these past 8 wonderful years. Your leadership has been an inspiration to us all, and I am delighted to recall your support and encouragement to many joint activities between the ZFA and KKL-JNF. I am aware of the exciting new project that the KKL-JNF is running together with the ZFA, with the participation of hundreds of Australian youths on the Anzac Day. And I know, Philip, that you are the engine behind all of this. I'm sure your leaving is only temporary, and I know we will continue our important cooperation in the coming years.
Dear Philip, which I always call you Phil, I would like to use this opportunity and to thank you once again for all the support and being a mentor for me on my years of shlichut in Australia. I'm pretty sure that even though that you don't know what is going to be your next mission in the Jewish world, we're going to work together again. I would like to thank you on behalf of all the shlichim that you work with them through the years for your support and being such a mentor. I'm sure that I'm going to see you again here in Israel, even though if it's going to be just for a visit and meeting David here in Israel. Wish you all the best and success in your next missions. Eran.
Shalom Philip, and Yishar Koach for 8 years of leadership with huge accomplishments. In the 3 years we worked together, you as the president of the ZFA and me as the Aliyah Shaliach, I found you to be a true believer, a leader, and a great Zionist. That, among other qualities of you, explained the wonderful accomplishments of the ZFA during your leadership role. I want to focus on one aspect, the Aliyah. Under your command, we managed to get the Aliyah numbers to a record of over 30 years, a record that has been broken again last year. That shows that what we have done is an ongoing trend and not just a one-off event. I would like to share a short story that tells a lot about you. A few years ago, one of the shlichim in Melbourne went, under the skies, to an anti-Zionist demonstration. While walking around the crowd, he heard them talking about you, Philip. He heard them say that you have a key or a swipe card that opens the doors in the parliament in Canberra, and that if you want to go in, you just simply walk in without having to go through the security checks. Whether this is correct or not, I will leave vague. But Philip, you have the key, whether in actual or in theoretical, and you have done wonderful things with it to the Jewish community of Australia and for the Jewish world. It was a great honor to know you and to work with you. See you in Israel, Oren.